What's up, Doug? You been good? Living life?
Oh yeah. Camp life, but living.
Huh? Hard?
Camps, yeah, camps are fun, but they're definitely disciplined. Don't do much.
I saw you getting your hair done the other day on Ariel's show.
5 hours. That's miserable.
Yeah.
It's harder than people think sitting there for 5 hours.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Guys, I'm here with Suga Sean Omalley at the UFC Apex. He's on the verge of UFC 269. He's fighting Howland Paiva. Sean, thank you for joining me, my man.
Yes, sir. Of course.
I mean, you got all the jewelry. You're looking fly, as always.
Got to.
You got the star quality about yourself. How do you develop that in Montana? I mean, come on. How do you develop that in Montana?
That's actually a really good question. I don't know. I don't think. I don't have an answer for that. I really don't. I don't know. Montana's, I feel like.
I went.
It's like 20, I think you said it was like 20 years behind now. They're just hitting 2020, or 2000.
Yeah. I went to Billings, and I was driving through the town, and I couldn't believe that, I mean, you grew up there.
Yeah. I grew up in Montana. The thing about Montana was it doesn't have a commission, so we could fight 4 times a month.
Really?
Fight whenever. There was no, and we did. I remember fighting 4 times in 1 month. Every weekend I would fight. So I got a lot of experience there, and there wasn't very many skilled fighters there. So I grew this confidence about me that I was really, really good. Obviously, I moved to Phoenix and realized I wasn't that good when I was 18, 19 years old. But I had the confidence that I could become something great.
Yeah. Do you go back? Ever?
I haven't been back in years. It's really hard to go back to Montana when you're living in Arizona. Arizona's so nice. Even in the summer, it's like I could go back, but there's probably a fire, and it's probably, it's smoky there, and it might be nice out. It might snow. You just never know with Montana. So I haven't been back in a while. I've had my entire family move to Phoenix. Besides
really?
my dad's the last one there. But my mom, sister, and both brothers are now in Arizona. So.
Oh, so your whole family's there?
Yeah, we're
That's
getting home. It's home for sure.
We've seen you from the very start of your career on the Contender Series to today, but your approach is much different than many people. A lot of us rush to the championship. You're more in tune with how you want to approach your career. You're saying, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this. How often do you have to stand on firm ground and say, like, this is me, this is how I'm playing this, opposed to just kind of going with the flow? Because a lot of people are either rushing to the championship or just agreeing to stuff.
Yeah, I think there's a misconception of I'm picking my fights. I mean, I haven't, I've called out a lot of guys. I've called out Rob Font, Pedro Munoz, Dominic Cruz. If I'm picking my fights, I would have got one of these fights.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush. If the UFC wants to say, hey, we're going to push you up the rankings, they'll give me ranked opponents. Paiva was 15 when they offered me him. I said yes, he's not ranked anymore. So to me, the rankings don't matter too much. I think it's more about the performances. I go out there, knock out Paiva, make a good call out. I potentially get that next fight, whether it's Adrian Yanez, Rob Font, whoever it may be. But yeah, like you said, I'm not in a rush to the title. I'm 27 years old. Once you fight the top dogs, you're not going to fight anybody but the top dogs.
You're just stuck there.
Yeah.
Right? Like once you get to the top 5, you're just there. Unless you're losing.
Ideally,
Unless you're losing.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So I think I'm not in a hurry. Once I fight the top dogs, I'm gonna be up there. I'm gonna be the champ, and I'm gonna defend the belt and fight the next best guy every time. So I'm not super worried about it. It's gonna happen 100%. I'll be UFC champion.
It just feels like when a guy has the hype that you have. Like you look at Khamzat Chimaev and those guys. You guys are all on the same wavelength in terms of what people expect of you.
Yeah.
It seems like they would, like Conor, right? Like you have that Conor thing also. Where it didn't take Conor long, it won't take Khamzat long, and I don't think it would take you long if you chose that as your path. But it doesn't seem like that's happening as quickly as some of these other dudes. Khamzat may be getting one of the top 5 guys right now in his next fight, you know what I'm saying?
Rightfully so, too. I called out the top dudes. I don't know what else I could have done.
Yeah.
I'm accepting the fights they're offering me. They offered me Paiva. They didn't offer me.
But Paiva can fight. It's like everybody's acting like Paiva can't fight.
I'm taking Paiva just as serious as taking every single other opponent. I'm 100%. I fought Chris Martin. No one knew who he was.
Dude fought his ass off.
And the dude is tough as nails. And I plan on Paiva being the same way. Just as tough, maybe a little more skill. So we'll see how it plays out. Yeah.
You know, the first thing I said to you is you got this star quality about you. Now, I got this show called Detail on ESPN.
I saw it.
And I got Kamaru Usman, I got Amanda Nunes, Habib, I got Conor, I got all these people. But then ESPN's like, do Sean O'Malley, right? Like, that's not everybody gets that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do Sean O'Malley, and we break down the little details to your striking, next level. When you see that, though, right? When you see your name in there with all those champs, like, does it dawn on you how far you've come in such a short period of time?
I didn't really think of it that way. I thought of it as detailed, wanting to do a very sweet show, and they picked me for a reason. My striking, I believe my striking is, I think Paiva's going to find out. I think Paiva's going to be more confident than he should be going into this fight. He thinks, he said he's going to pressure me. I don't do well under pressure, which is not a very good, I don't know where he came up with that idea. I think my last fight, I was pressured for 14 and a half minutes, and I was fighting on my back foot the entire time, outstriking him by hundreds of punches. People can fight coming forward. Not a lot of people can fight going backwards. So in that performance, the one you did was a very, very sweet performance. There was a lot to work with. So I think I'm not surprised they had it up there, but it was very cool to know that they do the top of the top.
But then there also is this connection to people, right? You make this connection to people, one of the highest rated episodes we've ever had, right? What allows you to make this connection, not only in fighting though, because you have this star ability that really does reach outside of mixed martial arts. What do you think it is about Sean O'Malley that makes people want to tune in and pay attention?
The number one thing is performances. I have to go out there and knock people out and do what I do, or else no one's going to care. I could wear this suit and lose my next 5 fights, and I'm going to be gone. I have to go out there and perform. I have to go out there and win. Not only win, but perform in beautiful ways. I think with even the fight before the Contender Series, the David Nuzzo spinning knockout was one of the sweetest knockouts to date, I personally think, of all time. It was such a sweet knockout. Gets me on the Contender Series, knocks out Alfred with Snoop Dogg going crazy.
Yeah.
But still, it's the performances.
Everything, the performances, but everything kind of falls into place off the performances.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the extra content I do, I have YouTube, Twitch, podcasts, like all that stuff I do is another way for people to interact with me. And it's all genuine, organic stuff. It's not like, God, I have to do this. I want to do everything I do, and I think people know that, and it's just a fun way for the fans to interact with me, and I knock people out.
And how much are you enjoying life outside of the octagon, Sean? Because I see the private planes, I see the money, I see the jewelry. Like, how much are you enjoying life whenever you step away from the fight week and everything else? How much are you enjoying life, not only within the household, but just all around the world? I see you everywhere now.
Yeah. Now that my baby girl's 1 year old, or 1 year old, and that's where you get the most enjoyment. I could go and party with the boys, Steve and all those guys, and the come down from that is you come down. So what goes up must come down. So I find a lot more enjoyment of being home, going to bed at a good time. Eating.
That's a hard life out there just partying.
Oh, it is.
Sounds like y'all. It look like y'all going crazy too. It ain't.
I don't know how to not party hard. So it's like either I don't or I do. And I've found that last fight, was the first time I really kind of, I think it was 6 weekends in a row I left. In between, I'm training during the week.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm just but when you go out and party Friday, Saturday night, it's like you can't really train 100% until Tuesday, Wednesday. And if you do, you'll get injured. So, right now, I think I'm in a good mindset, a good headspace, but also I know after a fight that high and that it's been 10 weeks of disciplined eating, sleeping, just doing everything by the book, that after that fight, it's like you don't have, Monday comes around, you don't have to go to prep this time and this, so it's always a battle with staying sane in your mind, but I think having my little princess now will keep it a lot easier.
How's Saturday night look for you?
Saturday night, I believe I will be victorious. I know I'm going to be the faster fighter, and I think it's going to be hard for him to grab a hold of me. I know his game plan, he's been training at Alpha Male. It's like he might be a wrestler now, but you can't learn how to wrestle in 2 months if you're not born, if you're not wrestling your entire life. You can get better at it in 2 months, of course. But I just think that if his game plan is to come forward, put me against the fence, he gets knocked out doing that.
Yeah. My man, listen, it's been fun watching it. Good luck this
weekend. Thank you.
hey, do some special shit, then give me another detail. I mean, come on, the
I
ratings
will.
was good.
That's the plan.
The
That's the
ratings
plan.
was good. Guys,
I
thank
will
you so
indeed.
much. Like and subscribe. The Sugar Show fight Saturday, UFC 269. Make sure you tune in.